Is your dick fucked up? Does your life suck shit? Is your wife about to leave you cause you're annoying? Sounds like you've got a lot of fucking problems. Don't you sweat cause Stavvy's gonna solve them. He's pretty fucking dumb but he can figure out your problems. Here is an example, you should always use a condom.
Yeah, I guess maybe you don't always have to is my point. Like, maybe there's some situations where you don't have to use a condom, you know? But, you know what? Let's just go ahead and... Why don't we just finish the song? How about that?
Show's about to start. Stavvy solves your problems.
Damn, that's beautiful. Damn, that's a fucking beautiful fucking song of Dutch Leon. Let's get it going. Ralphie, hit me with the first question.
Hey, Stavvy baby. I've actually called once before, a while ago, asking about, like, advice for, like, you know, people asking me on, like, awkward Tinder dates. I have a new one that, so basically, like, previous to the pandemic, I was hooking up with this man who is, like, tall, very Aryan seeming. And his main proclivity seemed to be wanting me to fuck him in his ass. But he'd always bring me like drugs and other things. And it was fun and like very good, fun, consensual sex. Post COVID, he kind of hit me up, and it was since revealed that he is like a big Trump guy, which not shocking. It's whatever. And he revealed to me that he is doesn't believe the pandemic is real. And then recently, and this is like the one that really freaked me out, that I spoke German, and he was like really sexually attracted to that. So it was like, I don't know. It was like a little like jarring. So my question is, I have three-part question. One, should I continue to fuck a Nazi in the ass and get free drugs? B, should I not give any Nazi any pleasure? And C, am I allowed to be your daughter? Just asking. Love you. Sorry. Love you. Have a good night. Bye.
Okay, you can be my daughter, sure. I have a lot of sons. I don't have any daughters yet. So yes, you can be my daughter. From what a couple things. So you describe him as Aryan, right? And then he doesn't believe the hoax. He believes the virus is a hoax, and he's a Nazi. Does he look like a Nazi, or is he actually a Nazi? Ralph, is he actually a Nazi? Is that what you're saying?
It got a little muddied in there, but I think, yeah, she said he's like a big Trump guy. Very politically right.
Interesting. And he likes to be fucked in the ass. He gives you drugs. I don't know. In my experience, that's going to run out. It's like in my experience, if someone is just neutral, if you don't really like hanging out with them, and this, even if the sex is good, that kind of the novelty runs out. And that's if they're neutral. But if they're actively bad, it's tough, though, because you could see in your head, you might think, well, I'm fucking him in the ass, so is that punishment? But it's not, because he likes it. Ooh, look at that. My pen is green, so that's pretty tight, actually. Whoa, dude. That's awesome. Anyway, I don't think... Are the drugs worth it? Really? And I mean, listen, fucking the guy in the ass might be fun, but what is that your thing? Are you fucking busting? Are you busting nuts? Cracking his little Tucker Carlson watching ass open like a walnut? I think you gotta not do it. I don't know. If somebody's racist, is he like a straight up Nazi, or is he just like a fucking I mean, to be a Trump guy. I don't know if you should give him some dick. I say you gotta stop. Maybe take it out for one last test drive for old time's sake, but, you know, you clearly don't like being around this guy. Maybe at first it was good, consensual sex, whatever, but I think it'll wear on you. I got head from a girl, and she was great at giving head, and she was talking about how all the Democrats. She was like a Long Island like Republican, and I was just sitting there, and I was watching. My life was flashing before my. I was like, I can't believe I had just moved to New York. I was sad. I was going through a breakup. We matched on Tinder, and I was just like, I just need to get some head. I need to get some normalcy back. And she's just, talking about. She's kind of, this is before Trump had won. This is like way back in the day. And she's like kind of hinting that she might be Trump. She's talking about how Democrats, how taxes are too high and people are lazy and shit. And we're watching literally like that fucking awful lip sync show. I mean, it was brutal. And I'm just like biding my time, needing to get this nut off. And the second I came, I was like, oh, I ascended out of my body. I was like, what was I doing? And I would not get a nut from her ever again, and I wasn't mad about that either. But yeah, I would, and then it's not just ideological. It's also, if this guy doesn't believe in it, he might get the virus. He might fucking infect you. You might get the virus fucking a man in the ass, which is cool if that's your favorite thing to do, but I wouldn't want to get COVID from a Nazi's ass, personally. That's just me. So, sorry, baby girl, but Pop's got to weigh in here. I think he can't keep fucking this guy. Fuck him one more time and ask him to bring extra drugs and then never call him back. Best of both worlds. You could find other people to fuck in the ass that don't believe in the racial superiority of white people. Next question there, Ralphio.
Hey, Stav. This is Jamie. I'm a long-time listener. Called one time. You made a pretty funny response. Anyways, I'm just calling because I just went off to college, which is pretty exciting and stuff.
My man.
Coronavirus is messing a lot of stuff up, especially one thing. Coochie. I'm in an all-male dorm, and You're not allowed to bring anyone from any other hall into your dorm. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed on the coochie situation right now. And, college is supposed to be where people who don't get coochie, but
yes.
I was doing fine beforehand, and now I'm stuck with no coochie. What should I do? Got any tips? Please help me, Stav. Love ya.
You gotta stop saying coochie. That's a number one, brother. Coochie. Male only door. Oh, I got it. I got your solution. Similar to the last guys, actually. You're going to need to dress up as a woman. All right. You're going to need to be caught sucking cock by an RA. Full drag. All right. It's going to take, this is long. You got to play the long game. All right. So start doing makeup tutorials. Start figuring out how to contour so it looks like you have tits. Just look, you got to dress up as a woman and you got to suck off one of your friends in the dorm. You're going to get kicked out for that. All right? Where are they going to kick you out? The girls' dorm. As soon as you're in the girls' dorm, now it's time to fuck. Now, you're going to have to act quick because you're only going to have about 20 to 30 minutes until people realize the mix-up. But you said you were doing fine before, so this is like the Mission Impossible of getting some pussy. I almost said coochie. You infected my brain. Get caught sucking cock in the all guys dorm and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll just go back to my dorm where the girls are. You wear your heels and your sparkly dress. Okay? You duck. You're like, can I just use the bathroom? And when their back is turned, you sneak. You gotta fucking find a girl. You have about 3 minutes to convince a woman to have sex with you. And when you're in there, you're good. Or better yet, you get it ahead of time. You figure out, oh, here it is. You find a girl in a different dorm that you want to fuck. You hit it. You have to romance her over the internet. You two get you start sexting. It's a sure thing. She wants to fuck you. Then you learn how to do your makeup like her. You dress up like her. You get caught sucking a guy's cock looking like her. They kick you out of the dorm, send you to her room. You're like, I'm Stephanie Sanders, whatever the fuck. And you're sucking. And then now Steph's sucking your cock Now look, this does involve sucking your friend's dick, but no pain, no gain, no suck, no fuck. So there you go, coochie master. You got it. You win some, you lose some. All right, and that's what you get for going to a fucking, I don't know, religious school where they have all men's dorms. That's the fucking beautiful solution. Hit me with the next one there, Ralphie.
What's up, Stavvy, you beautiful fucking bastard? So I've been with my girl for about 2 years now, and I love her very much. I'd like to marry her one day. So I also have this really great best friend who happens to be gay, and he's a guy. In the past, he's told me that I would be his type, but he's getting married. He's got a fiance. He's got his man, and I've got my girl. So it's just not like that. So last night, me and him and 3 of our other friends went skinny dipping in our friend's pool, and I told my girl about it like it ain't no thing. She had a huge issue with it and kind of ruined our whole fucking night with her attitude, man. So what do you think? Should I have not said anything? Is she justified? Is it fucking weird?
What?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun.
What the fuck?
And in the future, do I tell my girl about this sort of thing, or do I just keep my fucking mouth shut? All right, love you, baby girl. Bye-bye.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna tell me you got sucked off by your friend at his gay bachelor party. But the fucking problem is that your girlfriend's an uptight, dumb bitch that doesn't want you in the presence of a gay man's penis. What's she afraid? You're gonna turn gay all of a sudden? Dumb bitch alert. Wee 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 wee. Dumb bitch, dumb bitch. Oh, hold on. Do I have something? Oh, fuck. Do I have something for this? No. Anyway, damn, there should really be an alert thing on the keyboard, on the soundboard. Unfortunately, there is not, but I will tell you this. She is a dumb bitch. The fuck? Look. If it's a woman, right? If you have this, some people have like a female best friend, right? And sometimes, or if you were bi or something, but just the fact that basically your best friend maybe at one point when he was confused about his sexuality wanted to maybe fuck the guy that was nice to him at a certain point, just because your friends find you attractive, he's fucking engaged. What kind of she thinks that gay men are such animals that he would just suck you off even though he's engaged, and B, that you would get sucked off by him or fuck him. I gotta say, man, this is fucking ridiculous. You're completely in the right. And she ruined the night? It'd be one thing if she was like, it just doesn't sit with me. I know I'm being ridiculous, but I'm just kind of in a funky mood. Then there would be one thing, but she's being a fucking bitch about it? Big respect to you, man. And I'm glad you saw your gay friend's penis. So you're just not allowed to have gay friends? You're not allowed to go skinny dipping with guys if they're gay? What the fuck is this? What the hell kind of shit is that? What sometimes the fellas just gotta kick back and hang out nude with their gay friends. I'll tell you something, my wife, I'll never marry a woman that won't let me hang out with my cock out with my gay friends. In all seriousness, no, I do have to reiterate, and if I were you and she started complaining about going skinny dipping with my best gay friend, here's what I would say.
Shut up, bitch!
Let The Rock do the talking for you. Hit me with the next one, Ralph.
Okay, Stav. So there's this girl that I'm fucking, and we were talking about, dating, the kind of people that we would date, because we're not dating, we're just fucking. And she says to me, yeah, I'm not racist or anything, but I would never date a black guy. And that was a turnoff, even though I'm not black. The fact that she would say that was a huge turnoff. So my question is, what advice would you give me, man? Should I keep smashing, or should I try and like question her further to find out why
No.
you would never date a black guy? She said it's not a racist thing, but it's like, how could it not be? That's racist to not want to date somebody because of their race. I don't know. Like, if I think about that, I'm completely unattracted to her. But if I just turn my brain off and enjoy the big old fat titties, I can get a boner and smash.
Big fat racist
but I don't know if I
titties.
want to now. I'm really at a loss for what to do here, and I would appreciate any advice you could give me. Thanks, man. Bye.
Well, yeah, this is a dumb. Again, we have the second consecutive dumb bitch alert. Wee wee wee. I need a dumb bitch alert noise. Yeah, you just get out of there, man. Also, a weird conversation to have with a fuck buddy. Like, what kind of... We have decided we're not good enough for each other. Although, I guess if you're both on the same page, that's kind of freeing. But in my experience, it's always one person wants to date the other person, or, you know. Anyway. Yeah, what the fuck? We got a woman that was pegging a Nazi, and now we got you. There's no way it's not a racist thing. It's not. It's just purely, by definition, a racist thing. I would say, let's see. So much of my advice to men has been to involve sucking a man's penis, but here's what we do. You suck a black guy's cock, and then you kiss her. And then you're like, that was a good kiss, wasn't it? Guess what? I sucked the black guy's cock before kissing you. And here's the thing. Not only does that, force her to... It's a weird... It's a strange thing to encounter. But it also would fuck her up. She'd be like, what? I thought you were straight. You would really throw her for a loop, and you would potentially fuck her brain up so much that this straight man, who's never discussed wanting to give head to any other men, let alone the types of men that she specifically said she wouldn't date, it might scramble her brain so much that you did some gay shit with a black guy and then kissed her on the lips, that it might reset her brain. And maybe she'd be like, well, that's so fucked up. It's like a factory reset. Maybe she's not racist anymore. Maybe you could short circuit her shit. So you kiss her after sucking a black guy's penis. And then, well, she's like, nah, whatever. You tell her about Jackie Robinson, okay? And all the hardships. You read The Bluest Eye to her real quick. And maybe in that moment, when she's short-circuited, she doesn't understand what's going on, maybe you can turn her into an anti-racist. I'm feeling like I'm really giving some great advice today. Yeah. George Washington Carver, that's true. Suck a black guy's dick and then eat a peanut butter sandwich and kiss her. Be like, the work of 2 black men just got into your mouth through my mouth, bitch. So there we go. But yeah, definitely don't keep fucking her. You're better off. You don't want to be dealing with racists. Next question, Ralfarino.
Hey, what's going on, Stav? So I'm in a bit of a pickle here. My girlfriend really likes period sex.
Okay.
And I don't. For some reason, it's like she's really into it, and I am not.
Interesting.
And it hasn't gotten bad, but there have been a few moments where she's been like stressed out about like, oh, am I like gross? Do you think I'm dirty or whatever? And I was just like, no, I just just not into seeing like a bunch of blood on my dick. I guess I did it once, Did it a few times actually, and I don't know, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. So my question to you is like, what are your thoughts on period sex, and how should I go about, you know, compromising with my girlfriend, because she's really into it, and like I said, I'm not. Anyways, thank you. Bye.
My thoughts, you know, grow up, you fucking bitch. Get your fucking prick. Who cares? A little blood. Throw a shitty towel down. You've probably got a towel somewhere that's all fucked up. Maybe it used to be a beach towel. You transitioned it into a fucking, you know, your backup towel. We've all got the towel we use when there's no other options. The one right before it becomes the towel that you clean your car with. Lay that motherfucker down and get your rocks off. Wow, is this another dumbass bitch alert? What did I say? Bitch ass? Dumbass bitch alert? But for the guy. Now, okay, having said that, having said all of that, fine, you're not into it. No judgments. Your dick is a little small for that one, but it's fine. I think you have to treat this like any other sort of thing that you might not be that into, but that your partner's very into, you know? Your partner might be really into BDSM. You might just be on it. But to be a nice partner, you compromise, and you know, maybe you don't beat the shit out of her every time, but every other time, every third time. So maybe you can say you don't want to have period sex all the time, but look at it as doing something sexually that's not your favorite, but you're trying to please your girlfriend. Also, I would say build up a little tolerance. Who gives a fuck? What are you grossed out by? I have to say it's a little immature. Who fucking cares? Maybe not when it's fucking, you know. I can see being maybe grossed out if it's like at the heaviest it possibly is, but when we're talking it's about to end or it's just starting, if you're complaining about that, then brother, you got to get over it. But in general, I think that's the way I would look at it. We all do shit we don't necessarily want to do for our significant others because of love. If you have to put fucking in a way that's not your favorite on that list, it's a lot better than doing a fucking chore. You're still getting a nut off. Am I right or wrong? So experiment with it. Try it out the best way you think you can. Lay that fucking towel down. Now you don't have to get fancy. You know, maybe it's not your favorite. You're not out there. Maybe you're not gonna eat pussy with a period. But personally, again, not a big deal to me. Just keep it at the top shelf. Just stay clit oriented. But anyway. Or maybe that's another thing. Maybe you can do some clit stuff. Eat her pussy. Play with her clit while, you know, with your hands. But it's gonna... I feel like, though, somebody who's that grossed out by period sex hasn't thought about how to make women bust that much. So you're gonna have to learn how to make her bust in other ways, perhaps. In any case, that's the way I would look at it. Just fucking get in there. You know, it's not your favorite, but be a fucking big boy, bust a nut, and, you know. And I think women are hornier, I believe, for some kind of... I think it's like the egg's last chance to be fertilized on its way out. So they're really trying to fuck or something. Or maybe they're about to... I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. The point is, if she really wants to fuck when on her period, just do it. Suck it up and do it. And you might figure out stuff you like in the meantime. But, you know, at the very least, do it just to be a good guy and look at it as, you know, something, again, sexual bartering. Maybe she could do a little something for you. And it might get to the point where maybe she does something for you. You get to fucking Pavlov's dog. You get to, like, period sex. But, yeah. Just fuck, dude. Don't be a fucking little slut. Or be a little slut. Don't be a little fucking prude. Don't be a little bitch. Get your fucking prick in there. I think you can do it. Next question.
Hey, Stavvy, it's Miss Ressa from Christchurch, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Just wanting some advice on how to fix my life. Basically, I'm being a bit of a fucking slut.
Oh, yeah.
Sticking with anyone that will have me.
Respect.
And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to settle down and be a nice girl. So, yeah, just wanting to know your thoughts. Huge fan. Be cool to hear from you. Thanks.
All right. Well, you were a little freak, and now you want to be a good girl. That's good. Listen, we've all been there. Honestly, I feel like I'm fucking creeping towards that. I feel like I'm getting closer to not wanting to be a little slut. I see dogs and babies, and I'm like, damn, maybe I want a family. All right. Well, I think you've learned some lessons. You've probably felt bad through some of these interactions. You know what you want to avoid. You know how you don't want to be treated. That's the upside of fucking a bunch of people. You've got a wide set of data about how you like to be treated and how you don't like to be treated. Especially if it's not like you have some kind of type. It sounds like you'll fuck literally anyone. So think about the kinds of people you enjoyed being around while you were out there sucking and fucking. Think about the people that were courteous to you. You know, the people that held your hair and made sure it didn't touch the bathroom floor while you sucked them off in the urinal of the bar. You know what I'm saying? Think about those kinds of gentlemen. But I think you just have to... It's just like breaking any other habit. I'm not saying don't give up the pussy if you want to give the pussy up, but I think it's a matter of give it up to the types of guys you like. Go on a nice little date. Maybe try... as an exercise, not fucking on the first... You know what? Actually, I'm going to say, as an exercise, try not to fuck immediately. Try it. Sounds like you're what I like to call a cool girl, and you'll fuck basically right after drinks. Time to stop being so cool. Be slightly less cool. Just don't fuck immediately. That's step one. Go on a date, don't immediately suck the bloke off. Okay? Can you handle that? And from there, I think it's a matter of selecting who you'd like to spend your time with. You didn't have a rubric. You would just fuck whoever. So now think about who you'd like to fuck and only give them pussy and give it to them after, at least one date. Maybe do the thing guys do. Actually, I don't know if it works for girls, where you jack off before the date. Because I feel like girls, once they bust, are hornier. So maybe get ready to bust right after. No, don't suck the guy off. Maybe you may get a little smooch. That's it. And try. It's that maybe you've made the moves. Try not to make any moves. Be old fashioned. Switch it up. But yeah, and you might consider moving towns, changing your hair. Everybody knows you as the girl that can get a nut off. Are they going to want to marry you in Christchurch? They're like, oh, there's Lucy. Yeah, oh, you remember we all jacked off in her mouth after a rugby game? Hey, Lucy, pints on us, baby girl, while you're on your date with a fucking college professor. Some guy that just moved to Christchurch. The entire fucking rugby team's like, Lucy! Hey, have fun with this one, she's a great girl. No gig reflex either. Anyway, so yeah, consider moving, but yeah, just don't give it up. You know what to do. It's just like breaking any... It sounds like you might be a little bit of a sex addict. But yeah, only fuck the people you like, the people that make you feel nice, and try not to fuck on the first date. That's step one. But look, we gotta get our boy Sean in here. I love that fucking little slut from Christchurch so much, I lost track of time. So why don't we get our boy Shawnee Patton in the mix? What do you guys say, huh? My boy.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is. What's up, big dog?
Yeah. How, man, you look so, seeing your face again.
I know. I'm feeling beautiful. Dude, look at those eyes. You're all lit up. Got that circle ring. I'm trying to get a smooch, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like smooching is safer than handshaking.
That's true. I've been fucking. I have not shaken anybody's hand, but I might have done a little smooching here and there. What can I say, Sean? A man has needs.
I'm all right with like. Are you dating? Are you like out there fucking during this?
Listen. Yes, a man can only go so long without getting his little prick of dill sucked.
A woman can only go so long without getting her
pussy down.
Her hatchet wound tended to.
That's right. Come through with bandages and witch hazel and pour it into a woman's pussy.
All of this is metaphorical. But yeah, I was hoping that this would bring back or make it popular the like hardcore Hasidic style of fucking like
right
style.
Through a sheet.
Yeah.
At first it was like I almost felt like I was just gonna like get jacked off while like breathing the other way. You know what I mean? But at this point it's like, look, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die getting pussy. Like that's the way I look at it. It's like I don't want to get coronavirus. I don't want to get coronavirus like at a fucking shitty concert. I don't want to get it like at a even at a show. Like I'm not trying to like host. I'm not trying to go on the road and like, as much as I love it, it's like I don't want to do it getting an errand. I don't want to. So I'm careful everywhere else. But if it's time to if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die sucking on a titty.
Yeah, but that's the dichotomy of this. That's the sort of like what would you call it? Paradox or catch-22 maybe.
Yes.
Maybe I've got all three of these wrong.
Yeah.
But basically, like ejaculation, both for male and female, when you are sick, improves your immune system and makes you healthier faster. Like think about when you were a kid. You remember when you were a kid?
Yes. How, and the doctor jacked me off when I was when I had strep throat.
If you had a good doctor, yeah. But for the most part, like I was encouraged to fucking whack off whenever I had the flu or as a kid. It was like,
what the fuck kind of frontier doctor did you go to? What kind of fucking Louisiana down on the bayou? You need that boy suck his own penis there. He's got to jack off right there, boy.
The problem is this boy ain't ejaculating enough. Of course he got a headache, got all that cum floating around in there. No, I'm just making all this up.
Okay.
But I just want to spread false rumors. I just want to spread disinformation in this time.
Yes.
I feel like there's so much disinformation.
Right.
Trying to spread actual, real, truthful information is just going to get lost. But
You're
if
right.
you spread something crazy and dishonest enough and false enough, it'll just tip the scales.
I love it.
People will be like, all right, I've had enough disinformation.
That's beautiful.
Go find the real shit.
3D chess. Start going to COVID wards and jacking everybody off. Be like, this will do it, folks. Don't worry, I'm here. Go one of those plague masks. You know, the ones that look like a bird, like a plague doctor. Start showing up and just double fisting, jacking off COVID patients.
Like straight up, like that scene in fucking what's it called? Eyes Wide Shut. If everyone's wearing a mask,
right?
It's safe. Yep. Once you see those masks, can't have Gonzo fucking nose.
I love it. I love it, baby. Well, Shawnee, thank you for doing the show. I appreciate you being here.
How are you making money during this time? You're running guns? Because that's what
I'm running.
You look like a guy who sells guns.
I'm gun running, baby. That's why I had to grow out the hair. I decided to.
You look like an arms dealer, man. I love this,
dude. I don't know if you can see how we're looking back here, dude. I'm gonna have a ponytail by the end when it's all said and done. That's the goal. I want to be a bald ponytail.
Well, I hope you keep this.
It's happening, dude. I'm telling you right now. I wouldn't lie to you, Sean. I'm keeping the hair.
I mean, buddy, I'm balding. I'm starting to bald.
Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare, you cocksucker. Look at that beautiful thick head of hair.
But like here and shit, like if you like, can you see how it's
all right.
thinning?
It might be thinning, but look who you're talking to right now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got a couple years. How old are you, Sean?
41.
Yeah, okay, you're 10 years older than me, you fucking piece of shit. And I've been like this since I was 23, so you got 20 years of hair on me. Damn.
Good me.
41, damn, you're so youthful though. I honestly thought you were like a couple years older than me.
No kids.
Right.
And doing what you want to do.
Right. This is a life where you feel like a child.
Want to say hi to Caitlin real fast?
Yeah,
hey,
hell
Caitlin,
yeah.
say hi to Stavvy.
Hey Caitlin, what's up?
What? Not because I'm lit up by the computer screen.
Yeah, you're looking cute.
All right, but yeah, dude, it's all about not it's a state of mind.
Absolutely,
It's also like, why do we give such a shit about youth? Why do we care so much about
That's
youth
a good point.
in society, not just America, in like civilization?
Yeah, I think because you're hotter and when it comes down to it, you want to fuck.
But
and so you're more fuckable.
We all want to fuck kids. And that's the bottom line. Civilization wants, it's like in our DNA, right? Just most of us don't fucking do it because we're weak. Because
we haven't achieved what Jeffrey Epstein achieved.
Insane, dude. But yeah, like to me, it's like if you can still be hot after 2 decades of life,
right?
Like Playboy from the get-go, Playboy magazine, which I think was probably the first nudie mag or the first popular one, should have only been women 35 and up, but who were like fucking dime pieces still.
I love it. I love this.
Because then we would have been like a 40s obsessed culture. And
Yeah,
probably better off for it.
We would be better off for sure.
Anyway, sorry, I'm just rambling.
No, I love it. Keep talking about how we need to fuck kids and how good old pussy's the best pussy. That's another beautiful dichotomy of your belief system, Sean.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, baby, I'm sure a lot of the listeners know who you are, but this show is Stavvy Solves Your Problems. The way it goes is we're experts. We want to tell these motherfuckers what to do with their lives, and I just want to get a little background on you. Sure. I know you've lived a fun, hysterical life. I know you're also we had Mark here, Mark Norman a couple weeks ago. So you're our second Louisiana boy, but give me a little background how you grew up, where you were at. Were you in New Orleans or were you somewhere else in Louisiana, or where were you?
I mean, my parents have the fucking grossest shit ever. Like they you know what a shotgun house is?
Yes, where it's just room after room after room, no real privacy. One leads into the other. Yes. Right,
just no hallway, just boom, boom, boom. And also the idea that it's because of that, because that mimics the barrel of a shotgun, I guess. But also the idea is you could fire a shotgun in the front door and it would go out the back door if no one was standing in the way. And also, a lot of the ones in New Orleans there's 2 together, so it's like a double barrel shotgun house.
Right.
My fucking parents, born the same year, grew up not just next door to one another, but in like the same shotgun houses next door to one another.
Are you serious? Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking gross.
They've spent 80 years together, or whatever the fuck, 70 years.
I think 67. But like,
wow,
they have known each other since fucking birth, and they started dating in high school and never looked back. They're disgusting.
What?
Yeah, dude.
You think your parents have never fucked anyone else ever?
One time, drunkenly, I asked my mom. When I was like 25 years old, I was like, just tell me. I'm an adult now. And she was like, I have never been with anyone but your father, and I am fucking angry that you'd even ask that. But then one time when I was like a decade later, I was hammered, and I asked my dad, and he just went, Ugh. That's all he said. He just went, Ugh. And I don't know if that means like, yep, sure did, or but I don't think they ever have. Like they're like gross in love. Like that's the thing. People always, every kid of divorced parents these days wants to fucking peacock around like they achieved some shit by having divorced parents.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And congratulations. Oh, you're damaged. We're all fucking damaged. Guess what? Having parents who are psychotically in love fucks you up too. Because it makes you put every single person you date on this like pedestal.
Interesting.
Like, I can't just make out with a girl. I have to be in love with her.
I have to marry her.
I have to marry her. Poetry. I have to start writing poetry.
Right.
I have to get good at expressing my feelings. And it fucks you up.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, you have these high expectations after high expectations that are never met, and you just become this like shell of a person because you keep getting your goddamn innards broken.
Oh yeah, and you're a sweet kid too. You're such a sweet guy.
And it fucks up your world. Like I understand having divorced parents is no picnic. Like I'm not shaming or telling you you're a shithead. Yeah, but you probably have like attachment issues, or you don't like to get close to everyone. It's the exact opposite. So I'm
you want to get in there.
I cried a lot. Yeah.
So you probably thought you were gonna marry your high school girlfriend.
The first two, yes.
Yeah.
But like my parents are from. They grew up in the Lower Ninth Ward, which is like arguably the most famous New Orleans neighborhood.
Okay.
They still. But I grew up. They moved out. I grew up in the burbs in Slidell, Louisiana, like half an hour north of the city.
I see.
But like that's a shithole. Suburbs of any major city are a fucking shithole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and everybody was on like Slidell. Just a little information.
Yeah.
Half an hour north of New Orleans. It's where the I-55, I-10, and I-12, all interstates, all national length interstates, they all intersect in Slidell, and they all become the I-10 that goes to New Orleans, right?
A lot of truckers getting top in there, I'm guessing.
A lot of truck, dude, fuck ton of truckers, like showing up at high school parties and shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in their big rigs, and a lot of fucking and every drug you could ever imagine.
Interesting.
Transporting drugs would dump it off in Slidell.
Wow. So you were doing nice. You were probably on pills before most of the world. You were probably doing Xanax as a youth.
Oh yeah, dude. Xanax. I go to Slidell now. I know I can still get Xanax from the same seventh grade.
I love it. Yeah.
Family business.
So were you?
It actually, because they call them footballs. You know those Xanax, the little purple footballs. Sure. He would put them into a piece of paper, fold them up into a little paper football, and punt it to you, and that's how you sell them in class. That's not true. I'm gonna write that in the script.
I love it. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, nice. So you're
just growing up in the burbs and then going to the city, and then like my family all live in the city, and now my like siblings all live in the city, and my parents are fucking still gross, and then like all three of my siblings and I have all caught our parents in the act in different decades. You know what I mean?
They're still in there. How was now? You got to detail what was it when you caught them? You got to relive this for me, for us.
Dude, luckily for me, I had it mild. Like for me, it was just they didn't know I was home. I just walked into their bedroom and be like, "Hey, I'm home," and there was just some unnatural motion happening under covers in a dimly lit room.
No.
And that sound that was like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "All right, yeah, sorry, I got it."
Yeah.
My brother, he saw some shit. He like
no.
He basically, it was like he only told me about it like once. It was really fucked up.
Yeah.
He was skipping school in high school, and he went back home to get his weed.
Hell yeah.
And he went through the back, like the woods, and then through the back door, just so the neighbors wouldn't like recognize that he was home in the middle of the day. And he didn't expect my parents to still be home. And like he got to the back door and through the window saw basically like mom giving dad or dad giving mom a proctology exam. Let's just say that. He could only talk about it like him talking about it like he was scarred. Like fucking.
Your mom just getting her ass eaten on the kitchen island.
It used to make me fucking gag. Now it's like whatever. We're all people. We're all humans.
I love them, dude. I love your parents. That's great.
They're great. My parents are awesome, man. But yeah, like, and then growing up in the burbs, and I think any kid who grew up in middle class in the suburbs, it's like it's not that unique, but we all went through it where you're like no one's got an identity.
Right.
Half your friends are just dipshit, fucking want to be jocular. The other half are they appropriate the black culture. We used to have a word.
Right. Yes. There's a word that rhymes with a certain word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I just call them. Yeah. Now I call them South African Americans. You know?
A lot of Eminem fans. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. And you get like some people who make it out like yourself. I've got like my best friend who like also made it out lives like 3 blocks away from me in Brooklyn.
Oh shit,
So
that's pretty tight.
We just both happen to end up in Brooklyn. Yeah, it was great. But then like I know a lot of people who are definitely still hanging out at the same bars,
holding it down.
Slidell.
Of course.
Half an hour north of like a majestic city, like
one of the best cities in the world, one of the most unique cities in the world, truly. Yeah, dude, I fucking love it. So were you like a fucking, you just out there taking all kinds of drugs, getting fucked up? Were you a little rabble rouser?
No, I mean, you know how like
not really.
As a comedian, pretty much every fucking journalist or mom of every girl you've ever dated.
Sure.
It's like, so were you the class clown?
Right, of course.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I wasn't. I was quiet. I was like a quiet, shy kid. I was the smoking weed out of the pipe with the screw top.
Yes, of course, the crack pipes, of course.
Yeah.
That you get at gas stations.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, back then it was at head shops, bro.
Yeah, I remember head shops too, of course.
Yeah.
I was scared to go into a head shop.
Really?
I didn't want to be caught doing drugs.
Bro, I feel like a young you look like the guy who they'd be like, he's gonna try and sell us.
Right. I did sell weed in, I guess I was scared until like 11th grade, and then I tried to pretend I was a badass. That's when I was playing football. I was selling weed. I had a kid. You know the secret to smuggling weed into high school is employ juggalo underclassmen to hide your weed and scale in their big pants. And I would get them I would get them to smuggle it out in their big pants. But at first I was scared in like middle school in 9th grade. I was scared, and then 10th grade I started smoking weed. But yeah.
Wait, did you? Okay, wait. So me and my boy, we tried to sell weed in high school, and we were this bad. We would buy an ounce of weed for like, I think we would buy it for like $60. And then the idea was we would sell 3 sacks for like 35 each. Right. And make a little money, and then smoke, again, keep one for ourselves.
Of course.
And of course it was the other way around. We would smoke 3/4 of the
ounce
and sell like a sack.
Yes.
And then we were like, all right, we got to try that again. And then we bought a second ounce. And this time, just smoked the whole thing. It was terrible.
Of course. I wasn't. Of course, I didn't make the kind of money I should have. I sold weed like all of my senior year of high school, and I smoked it. And I would like whenever I wanted anything, whenever I wanted to get booze, whenever I wanted to get takeout. When you're 18, you're like, yeah, I'm fucking ordering out. I'm getting fucked up, and I would just like, I was having a great time that year. But I only ended up with, I think, after a whole year of selling it, I only ended up with like $700. And it was like, for a year's worth of work, because I ate it all on chicken wings and smoking weed. And like hookah was big back then in Baltimore. Hookah bars didn't card, so I did a lot of hookah, getting drunk at a hookah bar. That was our shit.
Why didn't hookah bars did not card?
I don't know why. They didn't give a fuck. So I spent a lot of the money in hookah bars, just fucking huffing shisha.
Because the authority, like cops, it's like, if they're going in there, we can't. We'll get them in 5 years.
I think because Saudi Arabia had jurisdiction over the hookah bars.
When I was a sophomore in high school, the movie Kids dropped.
Hell yeah!
Right? Yes. And that was like me and like 5 of my friends drove into the city to see it in the small art. Movie theater. And we became obsessed with blunts, because you remember
yes.
Like a blunt rolling tutorial, right?
Of course, yeah.
So we became fucking obsessed with that shit, and thought we were like I got parties or hanging out, or like you'd be at like we didn't have a skate park in Slidell, but there was this one place called Pink Panther. which was supposed to be a giant public pool.
Yeah.
And it just shut down. So that's where like everyone went.
Hell yeah. To drop in, baby.
Yeah. And people would have like bowls or be smoking joints, and we were those fucking assholes who were like, oh, you guys don't know about
blunts?
Phillies yet?
Yeah. even the South African Americans?
Oh yeah.
Because we smoked a lot of blunts, but in Baltimore everyone was black. Like my high school was like 90% black, so it was like, yeah, blunts were the way to smoke of choice, or bongs with the like when I would sell weed to like the like. Because Baltimore was there's like a segment of it that was almost the suburbs. It's like Northwest Baltimore is like it's like a part of the city that they like literally designed to keep like black people and just like lower income people out of the city. It's all like you can only get into that neighborhood through like the county. It's like there's all one ways going out. It's fucked up, but you would go over there and it's just like the nicest place you've ever been. And all those kids were smoking out of like expensive bongs. And there was like a lot of, and so it was like either blunts or bongs, or I was also a big like make a bowl out of like a Huggies container, or make a bowl out of like aluminum foil. Like I was that guy. I couldn't roll for shit, but I was always smoking out of like Sprite bottles and shit.
Yeah, okay, so we had the fucking rich kid assholes who were thug as fuck.
Yeah.
They were the kids who would show up with like the Jerome Baker glass bong in the backpack.
Yeah, in the backpack, you know what I mean? I love it.
Yeah, and just be like, and it was like, why are you so hard?
Yeah.
What happened to you, Mitchell?
Right, you know that bong. You have a bong in a carrying case. There's nothing to be scared of here.
I mean, I remember when I remember when people started showing up with glass pieces, and you were like, "Wow, man! One day, one day I'll be able to afford one of those.
One day I'll hit the I'll hit the head shop. I love it, baby. So that's basically high school and shit. And then you went to college around there. Or what happened? Where'd you go?
Nah, dude, I was a kid who fucking I dropped out of high school.
Hell yeah! I didn't realize that. Yeah,
I skipped too many days my senior year.
Yeah.
To pass. Yeah. And they're basically like, look, you've missed 31 days.
Right.
And like I had a like my parents both worked, so it was really fucking easy to skirt the system.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean? And like forge notes and like. Like I could skip. I knew they would call home, and I would get home and erase messages.
Of course.
It was just a shoddy system. So they were basically like, you have to come back next year, or you can just drop out. And in the moment, I was very like, fuck it.
Yeah.
In Louisiana, maybe it's like this in other cities or states. They give you this blue slip of paper that when you dropped out, you had to show up and the next day and go to all of your classes and have the teacher sign it in front of everyone.
Just to shame your dumb ass.
It was like a walk of shame, like, yep. I dropped out, and then like I scored high enough I got a decent ACT score, so I was able to like I registered to go to community college.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't go.
Respect. What were those years like? What was 19 like for you?
Dude, 18 to 21, I was a pure fuck up. I was a pure, just like, I lived in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, because that's where a handful of my friends live. That's where LSU is.
Yeah.
And I lived with a guy. He went to LSU. All my friends went to LSU. I worked.
You were that guy. You were that asshole that just lived in a college town, but didn't go to school.
That's who I was, dude. I was a fucking kid who was hanging out going to all these fucking football games. Like I was living the
that's awesome
college lifestyle, except for the actually going to football.
You had the best parts. You never had papers. You just always getting fucked up.
That shit got pressing because I was working.
Of course.
I worked at a restaurant, a kitchen, and I have to emphasize in the kitchen. If this, a comedian, you guys probably get crazy. I'm like, no, dude. Some of the craziest fucks I've ever associated with working kitchen.
Back of the house, baby. Those motherfuckers are wild.
Back of the house, dude. And we would get like hammered and like during work, after work, and I'm 19, 20, 21, going out every night. fucking work. But I was working like 45 hours a week because I would blow all my money every night at bars. And like after a year or two of like living that lifestyle, like this is god awful.
Right.
Like I'm just depressed and fucking drunk and like, chain smoking because I had nothing to say.
Right.
So
and you don't know it at the time when you're in college, but there's the illusion that you're at least working towards something where you realize later it's a degree is bullshit and you just got all this debt for no reason. But at the time, it makes you feel superior. You didn't even have that. You had nothing. You were just doing all that shit and were just like getting good at, bussing tables.
Well, what actually kicked my fucking shit in the gear was the third year I was there. My little sister moved up to Baton Rouge to go to LSU because she got a full fucking scholarship. Right? Exactly. And so I would
Yes.
So I would hang out with her, and she would just constantly be like, "What are you fucking doing?
Right.
Why are you still here?" Like, and like I always knew I wanted to do something in the performance realm, but that's the other problem with growing up in Southeast Louisiana. Like maybe if I'd have gone to school in New Orleans or lived in the city as a kid, I'd have been encouraged to do something like that. But in the suburbs, no one encourages you to try anything outside the box.
Right.
You can and like there was theater programs, of course, but no one gave a fuck about the theater program.
Right. You were gay if you did theater,
or you were just lame and no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
And like everyone would go to the school play every year, but we'd all show up fucking hammered. and we wouldn't you couldn't heckle the actual play, but we would just talk shit about it all week at school. You'd heckle them. But anyway, point being, and then eventually at 22 years old, I just like I left. I basically Irish goodbye Baton Rouge. I just
good for you, man.
Got the fuck out of there. Went back to my parents' house. Went and found an open mic in New Orleans and just went doing it. And did it and just kind of never looked back.
And then found a life,
Yeah,
because then you can get fucked up and you're like, well, at least I'm working on my craft.
At least I'm doing something. But it was like
I totally get it.
I always knew. It was watching an episode of the Larry Sanders Show when I was 20 years old. This was
fuck yeah,
before.
dude.
Remember?
Yeah.
Right, it was a rerun of the Larry Sanders Show.
Larry Sanders Show rules.
It was amazing. There's a season where Sarah Silverman is on it, and she basically plays a version of herself.
Yeah.
She plays a comedian named Sarah, who's a writer on the show, who then gets her big break doing a set on the show, right? And when she does the set, she does her actual material. And I remember watching that episode was the moment it like clicked, and I was like, that's it. That's because before that, I wasn't really big on stand up. I just wasn't. I wasn't really shown anything good, and then I saw that, and I started going in reverse, and like then I started
how do I get there?
Albums and watching more better specials, and then like and it was one of those things of like, all right, fuck it. At 22 years old, I was like, I'm doing it, do or die, baby.
I love it. So we're both I like it because we're similar guys in that we never did anything but comedy. But one of us is a high school dropout, one of us is a college dropout, one of us comes from a dumbass, dysfunctional family that should have gotten divorced, and one comes from a very loving. I think between the two of us, as two little cute motherfuckers that have big hearts and are stupid, I think we can solve some of these fucking problems. What do you think? What do you think, Shawnee? You ready to take some of these motherfuckers?
We are straight up problem wrecking ball.
That's right. So Ralphie, why don't you hit us with our first problem of the day?
Yeah, do it.
Stav, how you doing? I just wanted your take on a problem I've been having all summer. So me and all the boys are back from college, hanging out in the hometown. And early on in the summer, one of my friends started a rumor that I was fucking his ex from high school, 3 or 4 years ago.
Weird.
And that was weird because I hadn't talked to her in a while, and because he didn't treat her well, he cheated on her and has dated and fucked a bunch since. So I don't know why I'd care anymore. But anyway, I brought it up with him. I told him I wasn't even talking to her, and asked him why I started the rumor, and he just flat out denied it. So whatever, I just kind of put it behind me. It was like no big deal. But then I started thinking about it, and she's pretty hot. So I hit her up, and now we are fucking. So I need your advice on what to do now. Do I just not say anything? Do I tell him and say it's his fault for speaking it into existence?
Yes.
Do I tell him, and do I have to be apologetic because I mean, he started the rumor in the first place. Whatever. Anyways, thanks, Todd. Appreciate all you do. Have a good one, buddy.
Big respect.
Dude,
Big respect.
In the words of from the film Rudy. In this lifetime, you're never going to have to prove anything to anybody but your damn self. Earlier in that, I was like, my advice was like, oh, you should hit this girl up and see if she wants to fuck.
Totally.
And you one step ahead of me.
Yeah.
I think you did the exact. I think you don't even tell the guy.
Yeah.
Or even bother with the fucking guy.
Right. Well,
You know,
here's the thing. He's denied it, right? So that's the thing. He'll be like, I mean, this guy's fucking weird. You said he started the. First of all, I'm confused about this rumor business. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Who's starting a rumor? What is this? Like,
this is Gen Z Cupid.
Yeah,
like,
I don't. Yeah,
bow and arrow is just too aggressive. So like, let's do it by rumor.
Yeah, what is going on? It's like I don't understand. I don't know. Unless if he started it, it doesn't make any sense why he would start a rumor. And how do you know he started the rumor? And did she start the rumor? Did you start the rumor? Had you been fucking her the whole time and now you're pretending you actually owned him by doing it? Are you some kind of pathological liar that if he confronts you about this, you wanted it on record that you thought it was a rumor? So you're like, dude, I even called into the show. You can check it out. So you can show him the YouTube link. Maybe we're part of this guy's alibi right now, Sean.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
That could be the case. Or you should just make the guy, if he did start the rumor, make him watch.
Yeah. You should be like, did you start the rumor, yes or no? And if he says no again, then you fucking send him a video of you getting your nuts licked by his ex-girlfriend.
I like the idea that this is a guy who's like, if you started a rumor about me and deny it, I will make that rumor come true. No matter what the rumor is, bro. All right? Do not fuck with me.
Yeah, what if you started a curse? Now anytime someone starts a rumor, they're like, I heard Benji eat shit. You have to eat human shit now, Benji.
I mean, this is true.
Yeah.
I was looking at it as like, hey man, Benji, you know Benji's a millionaire?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he's not. Well, now I am. Now I gotta be a
now I am.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, did you know that Benji will actually drink hobo piss?
Straight from the tap.
Straight from the tap. You're like, fuck, now I gotta do that. But that's with great power comes great responsibility.
That's true. He's essentially a superhero. I mean, look, if this is what happened and this guy started a rumor and then you asked him about it, he denied it, and then you just happen to fuck this girl, if your events are correct, then you don't know this guy anything, and also he seems like a shithead. He mistreated this woman, it sounds like, from what you're saying, and he was kind of weird to you. It's a bizarre move if what you're telling us happened. So I'm going to take you at your word, and I'm going to say, enjoy the victory. And you don't really need to be friends with this guy. It sounds like you're relatively young if you're talking about a high school girlfriend. And even if it's a few years after that, you're a young guy. This is around the time you start shedding your bullshit friends that you don't need anymore. And this is probably one of those guys, and enjoy getting your dick sucked.
Exactly. You should make him, he should apologize to you.
Exactly. Yes, I agree.
For making you do this such a backdoor way.
Yeah, for making you get pussy to teach him a lesson. Let us get another one going, Ralphio.
What's up, Stavvy? This is Ivan here. So I got a question for you, brother. So matched up with this chick on Tinder. Very cute, very nice. But a couple days into talking, I noticed that she had kind of a weird speech pattern that she did in which she would refer to herself as baby in the third person. And I slowly started to notice things like she would wear, I thought it was a Halloween costume on her Facebook. It was her in like a Sailor Moon onesie. But turns out she wears that every night to bed.
Oh no.
She's basically one of those like littles. You know, like those chicks who, yeah, those dudes. No, I mean, people or chicks who are sexually turned on or just they enjoy life as a baby.
Sure.
And they like baby accoutrement. And it really freaked me out, and I really wasn't into it. And all my buddies were like, dude, you got to get out of this. It's crazy. And I think seeing the picture of her on Facebook with a pacifier in her mouth, I was like, you know what? That's it. And, we stopped talking. And my question for you, Stavros, is was that the right decision? Especially during quarantine now. I don't got a lot of options. But she seemed like a cool girl. I just don't know if I could have gotten over that hump.
She seemed like a cool girl. She knew all...
I trust your judgment. So,
what do you mean she's
Greek sex god?
She seemed like a cool girl. She knew all the best Dora the Explorer episodes. Whenever we would watch, she would know when Swiper was swiping. I mean, she just knew it.
He asks, was it the right thing to distance himself from this woman? And the answer is a resounding yes. That is fucking insane, dude. That's the kind of girl that pokes holes in condoms.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? You gave baby a baby. Baby's got your boo boo in your boo boo baby butt. That's just fucking weird, man. That's that obsession with youth. This chick wants to fuck herself.
This is fucked up. Yeah, 100%. There's no way. You did the right thing. That's fucking weird. It's one thing if she no, this is fucked. There's no.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I have zero judgment when it comes to people's sexual proclivities, except for this one. This one makes me feel fucking weird. I'm with a baby, spank me and poo poo my diaper.
Right. You're role playing. You're role playing. If you were to fuck this woman, you would be role playing pedophilia. That's fucked, dude.
Yeah, that plants seeds. That plants weeds in the garden. You can't never get rid of them shit, baby. That is fucking.
Get out of there. You made the right move. Go fuck some ladies that think they're the actual age that they are.
But I would say this: it's good. Okay, you've ended the relationship. I would recommend, if you can do it, establishing a friendship with this girl, specifically to find out what the fuck happened to her.
Yeah. Well, I think let me just go ahead and tell you she was molested. Let's just go ahead. Let me save him and you some time, and 100% she was molested.
But let's find out by how and by who. Because then that's a specific.
Yeah, get to the case. How about the only way you can have this woman in your life is if you open up the cold case file and solve her molestation. If you send her molester to jail, send her molester to jail, get her some therapy. In 3 to 4 years, if she's still looking right, then you can fuck her. That's our advice.
Now, fuck her later. Make her granny obsessed when she's like 25. I'm an old lady. I need help bending over.
Exactly. Rub Werther's Originals all over your balls.
So fucking hilarious if you turn this woman. I'm an 80-year-old nanny. I smell like mothballs in my pussy.
My Nana's pussy smells like mothballs.
Yeah, I'm helping her cross the street.
Love it. Yes, this is great stuff, pal. We got you. That's your solution. Let us get another one going there, Ralph.
Hey, Stavvy. Hey, Ralph. So let me cut to the chase. I'm a 24-year-old virgin.
Okay.
Some backstory, I guess.
Please.
Chicago, South Asian descent, kind of tall, not ugly, not good looking. But yeah, I just can't get any puss, man. I don't know what the issue is. I really don't know what the issue is.
Sean, come on, man.
Yeah, maybe you can.
It's just the way you said that. I wasn't expecting.
I also don't have any friends either. So yeah, that's about it, man. If you could help me out, I would really appreciate it. I can take my advice off there too. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh damn, that one turned real serious.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I love when people do say I'll take it off the air. Maybe they're joking. There is no other way to take it. Well,
tough one.
It's a tough one.
I don't think there's anything. I'll say this first thing. There is absolutely zero wrong with being a virgin at 24.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. I mean, I was a virgin until I was, 19.
Yeah.
That's not that. That's when I lost my virginity.
I was a late virgin myself.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything. Like if you were like 34, I'd be like, all right, dude. Let's just look. It's called Backpage.com. Well, no,
right. And it could still be called back. It could still be that for you, my friend. But he said he doesn't have any friends, right?
Yeah.
So this is like he just doesn't have intimate relationships at all, right? Like think about when you were a virgin and how scared literally you were. Like you're like, is this ever going to happen? I don't understand what I'm doing. If you haven't even gotten like a nice friendship, you don't have that intimacy, then it's that much more of a problem. So clearly, go ahead.
Wait, he said he was from Chicago, right?
I think he says he lives in Chicago, and he's South Asian, so I'm guessing like Indian, Pakistani, something like that. And he's tall, and he's like average looking guy. So it's not. It doesn't sound like he's not like Other people have called in. They're like, I'm 5'1", I look like shit, my dick is small. I think he's like, to me, it sounds like for you, buddy, this does not have to do with the physical, right? This has to do with getting and keeping people in your life. You've got some kind of problems there. I mean, we have to look into why you don't have any friends. I mean, are you new to the city? Are you there for work? Are you there for school? Like we need a little bit more backup or a little more background information. But I also think you just it's twofold. You gotta build up your ability to have these like relationships, and that probably starts with friendship, having people close, having a support system, something. Yeah. And then you just have to build up your confidence, because that's an element of it too. So you have to start doing stuff. And I give similar advice whenever anybody calls in with this problem, but you have to sort of you have to just build up your personal confidence. You have to like start doing things that give you some that make you feel good. You start making progress in certain areas, whether that's for some people it's working out, it's learning something, it's working on a side project, it's working on a side business, it's just achieving to make yourself feel better in general.
Also, if I can interject real quick. Also, I think in this situation, like trying to make friends and trying to get ass are the best two ways to not achieve either. But
right.
You know what I mean? But figure out who you are. What is your thing? What is your like? Are you good with wood? Can you sing? Are you a good cook? Can you play an instrument or whatever your thing is? Find it, and that can take time, and that's fine. Figure it out and stick to it, and like Stav's saying, improve yourself, and that naturally attracts people.
100%.
Self-care. And also, if you grew up in Chicago, move. I love Chicago. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter what city. I find moving to a city away from the city you grew up in, if you're in kind of a rut, helps immensely.
Yeah. Change of scenery in general. It also, especially if you grew up there and you don't feel like you don't have any friends, it gives you an opportunity to, it gives you almost like a fresh start. And I'll also recommend what I recommend to a lot of people, which is just go to therapy and talk to. You need a sounding board, especially if you don't have like close friends. I think it would really help you to just kind of talk it out. There might be some basic shit that you just keep letting fester in your mind that'll really sort of make itself clear with the help of a therapist.
That people never point out how fun therapy can be.
Yeah, it can be good. It can be nice.
There's times where you're like, when you make a therapist laugh, or when you make them sort of like, sometimes it's just fun just to talk your shit out, and you're like, that was nice. That was a nice, I just feel a little more human today.
And even friends, it's like, because they are that's the thing about therapy. It's objective. It's the closest thing to just like talking it out with yourself, but being pointed in the right direction. It's almost like it's like you're getting a tour guide through your own mind. And especially somebody like this, who's all up in their own head, who's 24, who's worried about still being a virgin. That's what it is. And it might take a little while, but also it might not even take that much. You never know. Once you shift your energy up, it might all start coming to you. So
we might be, you might be that guy might be the next fucking podcast star.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, then you start your own podcast show, and then
That's
bam,
right.
baby, podcast show. What am I, fucking 90? You start your own podcast program.
Get a little podcast show, Bubba.
A visual radio program.
Yeah.
Man. It also sucks to be that age. I find 24, like early mid 20s is a fucking weird age anyway.
Yeah.
There's just a lot going on physically, mentally, life. Am I doing the right thing? Have I made the right choices?
It almost feels like second puberty in a lot of ways, because it's like the puberty into who you actually are. You know what I mean?
Already hard. Yeah, it's personality puberty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. You went through physical puberty, okay? Now you're going to mental personality puberty.
100%. But we believe in you, buddy, and you will get your little top sucked sooner or later. And like I've said in the past, time is a flat circle, so you already have gotten your dick sucked. It's already happened. You just have to catch up to that time.
And there's infinite realities of you. So there's many versions of you. There's a version of you out there who's gotten too much ass and has too many friends. Right. And that guy's probably not happy either.
He's miserable.
So you got to find the one in the middle somewhere.
You're gonna become the guy in the middle.
Right.
Let's do another one, Ralphie.
Hey, Stavvy, baby. It is Olive from Oregon. First time, long time, big fan of the art stream.
Thank you.
I have a question for you. So, I'm the first person to admit that I'm a little bit on the autistic side.
Okay.
And I don't really know how to act around people, especially if I like them. Also, very important to this, never had a boyfriend. Anyway, so one of my former coworkers and I, we like to hang out sometimes, right? And it's really nice, whatever, right? But I don't know how to show that I like him beyond just like making a fruit crumble. I mean, I know bitches love fruit crumble, but there's got to be more to it than that.
Damn.
So how can I, as a little bit of an autistic side, also show another person who's a little bit of an autistic side
I see.
that I like them when he's being a head up his ass kind of blind about it? But I don't really know. Anyway, thanks, Stavvy. Love you, babe. Have a nice one.
Interesting. Well, I gotta say, this guy must be autistic because you're, I'm over here smitten already. You're cute, especially if you're making him some crumbles. You're showing him some signs. It sounds like.
I seriously thought, I'm not gonna lie to you, when she first started talking, I thought that was the baby girl calling to be like, so I like a guy on Tinder and he won't call me back. I mean, Olive, a dope name, Olive.
Yeah, great name.
Like, we are all so on the spectrum in some way. Like, embrace that shit full throttle. Like,
yeah, sounds like she is.
If this guy can't appreciate it, the next one will. You know what I mean? But like, I say that to anyone. Like, yes, I know I grew up in a time where it was just not cool or okay to talk or even think that way. But like, fuck that. Like,
yeah,
be you 100%. That's the best way to make anybody like you, for real.
Yeah.
No matter what your weird shit is, draw him a picture. Draw him a picture of you.
Yeah. An arrow pointing to your breasts. Yeah. I think that's good advice, and I think I will say personally, as somebody who, when I was younger and dumber and like much more self-conscious and like, fresh to getting pussy, what always worked with me, and I think an undefeated move for girls that don't want to make a move but also want to make it obvious, is you just gotta like doe-eyed look at the guy for a long time and don't make and don't say anything, and he'll make a move. Like, look at him like you're try like mentally to shoot him. I'm trying to smooch vibes. And also, here's the other thing: if it's according to like I'm trying to kiss Sean right now. I'm about to kiss him through the webcam. No, not that. Not what he's doing. Let me make it clear. I want some doe-eyed, like cutesy, like, oh, give me a kiss. Yeah, closer, but not as sad.
I'm gonna try and do whatever you described to her.
I want some doe-eyed cute shit. Sean, I don't know. No, I don't think it's gonna happen, buddy. But I will say this. Here's the other thing. You can just be direct also. If you really truly use your autistic superpowers and just be like, I'd like to kiss. I would like to kiss you now. That's what true autism is. So that's what I would say. Just
Also,
be
put
like,
yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in his shoes. That helps. That's always helped me.
True.
If you think homie's on the spectrum as well, he might be racked out of his mind, nervous, and just shut down because he thinks you're the hottest thing to ever like. He might have a burnt up dick from just whacking it every night thinking about you. You know what I mean? Like
that's true.
And I don't. And she didn't say her age, but I'm gonna guess she sounded like 22-ish.
Yeah, she sounded young.
Right? So it's like I don't know. Like that's. I think that guy he might just be a dweeb who's like overwhelmed.
Totally.
And just need you to just crack him out. Like he's an oyster and there's a pearl, but you're the shucker.
That's right. Shuck him wide open.
Shuck him wide open. Yeah.
Literally be like, if you were like, do you want to kiss? He would say yes. Like, I bet you like, he would like it if you gave him a little peck. Now it's tough. You don't want to make the move, but a little smooch on the cheek. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. The chat is agreeing. Delu says, I wish a woman would say, I'd like to kiss now. That's true.
You know what? Wait. You know what? You know what was a dope move back in. I mean, I'm in a very luckily in a very happy relationship. But back when I was single, my number one go-to was in those moments. I would say, man, I'm really fighting the urge to kiss you right now. Because if they weren't into it, they would just be like, oh well, and I was like, okay, cool,
keep fighting.
But if they were into it, they'd always be like, why? And bam,
there you go.
Right there
True.
in the moment.
Yeah, if they're not into it, they're handing you boxing gloves. They're like, keep fucking sparring with it, you motherfucker.
Exactly. But that's not weird. Then you didn't just bust a move and get fucking shut down. So look that fucking dude in the eyes, like, I'm really fighting the urge to whip it out on you right now.
You know what?
Like,
I think that's good because that is. I'm not trying to be disparaging. That is a woman's move. And it's good for a woman to say that.
Oh yeah, dude. Use that shit against them, man. Yeah, that's my go-to. I used to walk up to women and just go, smell. Just do that. Just go across the nose and give them a wink and walk away. I use women's moves against them.
Yeah.
I would start lactating in movie theaters. You know what I mean?
I love it. That's great advice, Shawnee. You got to go though, right? I don't want to keep you. You got a spot to make.
Yeah, I mean I do, but I got 4 minutes. But if you want to, I should roll now. Yeah.
You want to try one? Let's do one speed round, Ralph. Give us a quick one.
Do one more, yeah.
Hi, Stav. My name is Kat. So my boyfriend opened up to me and said he likes the cuckold thing during sex, and I don't know what to say. I don't know how to be the dominating person, so I need some advice on what would be good things for me to say to like humiliate him if we're playing the whole cuckolding role thing. So if you could give me some different tips on what would be some good phrases, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Interesting.
I mean, this one's easy.
Oh yeah, hit me with it.
Give Stavvy here your address. Have him come over. Let him bang you in front of the dude. Make the dude watch.
That's not a bad idea, Sean.
I thought that was specifically what cuckolding was.
I think it can also be I think part of it is like the woman. That's one very popular way the woman humiliates her partner. But I think overall, it's like, making him like eat his own cum, making him like be a bitch. I don't know.
Your undies in your mouth and cry.
Yeah, all that kind of shit. You're ugly. I could fuck a bunch of other guys, but you're lucky. Yeah. Maybe I'll go fuck them maybe I'm about to go fuck somebody else. You're pathetic. I think all that kind of stuff would work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fucking full ham. Just reach into the dark caverns of your mind and toss it at him, and whatever sticks, make him lick it off.
That's true. Think about the people you've hated the most in your life and the things you would like to tell them.
While also fucking them.
Call his dick pathetic? I don't know. See, I'm very much not one of these guys. I want to be catered to. I want my little prick sucked. I want to be in control. I don't see the appeal of your girl getting fucked in front of you. Call me old fashioned.
I like to make up languages, speak like an alien.
Okay.
You know, do weird shit. I mean, I'm in fucking cosplay like we're extraterrestrials. You know what I mean? But like,
I love it.
I think just be like, all right, let me try some shit out and just be mean as like roast them, like Comedy Central.
Right.
Like roast
Right.
them.
Yeah. Watch some old Greg Giraldo clips. And just hit him with those.
Stop. What if you and I start a service where we start writing shit to say for cuckolders?
I love that.
Like, stop now. Give us some details. We'll write up some cuckolding jokes.
Yes. Tell us what his dick looks like. Show us a picture of his dick. Show us a picture of his let us know how much he makes, what his job is. We got a lot going on. We could definitely roast this motherfucker. But all right, buddy. I don't want to keep you any longer. I want you to make your spot. Thank you so much. Anything you want to plug on the way out?
Yeah, my album. I got my album. It's called Scuttlebutt. It's available wherever albums are available.
Get that shit.
Got my podcast, 5 Words. Stavvy's been
I've been on it. It's very fun.
Yeah. So check it out and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Sean Patton or Mrs. Ian Patton because it looks the same.
That's hilarious.
I love you, buddy.
Love you. Thanks for doing the show, buddy. Talk to you soon, hopefully.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Bye, buddy. All right. How about Sean, huh? What a fucking guy. I love that motherfucker. He's so good. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Show will be up. The edited version will be up on YouTube on Monday. And listen to Pod Don't Lie. It's my basketball podcast. If you're a basketball fan, now that we're heating up with the playoffs. And I think that's pretty much it. Art stream on Monday with Eldest and my little brother. So we're going to get ready for this fucking raid. Oh, and of course, buy some fucking t-shirts. Don't forget to do that. Go to stavvy.biz, buy some fucking t-shirts. Let's plug that motherfucker real quick. For those of you who just caught us. We got some fucking beautiful shirts here. You're going to love them all. Fuck. Look how gorgeous that is. Some nice stuff. And of course, who can forget fucking Can I see your penis? Alright, folks. Have a good time. I will see you I'll see you Monday.